Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome back. So today we're going to make something that a lot of people have an idea is quite hard, and if they're trying to avoid dairy, most people are purchasing at a store, and that's nut milk. Most people buy almond milk. I'm going to show you how to make cashew nut milk today. You can apply this recipe to absolutely any nut, and it's so easy, so cheap, and it basically eliminates any of the additional additives that are in the packaged sort of UHT containers of all of those almond milks and coconut milks and things that you find at the store. So it's really simple. I've got about a cup of cashews there, and you do need to prepare this recipe in advance. So we're going to throw a cup of cashews into a bowl. Then we're going to add a pinch of salt. Again, you want a really good quality salt. It has to be from a natural source, no processed sodium chloride. So good quality sea salt. And then you're going to top it up with water. So I like to use a cup of water to about, a cup of nuts, sorry, to about 1.5 litres of water. But the amount of water is not super important for this particular part of the process because we're going to leave this overnight to soak. So what we're doing when we're soaking our nuts is we're removing all of the phytates on the nuts, and these nuts create digestive distress in the digestive tract. So they irritate the lining of the small intestine and they sort of bind to nutrients and block absorption. So soaking your nuts is a really powerful way to make the nuts healthier to digest. So we're going to leave this overnight, and then I'm going to come back and show you what to do with it once it's been soaked. Once the nuts have been soaking for 12 to 24 hours, you want to make sure that you rinse them thoroughly. Oh, and I should say you want to soak them in good quality filtered water. It's important that you're not soaking them in a conventional tap water, which is filled with fluoride and chlorine and various other chemicals. So good quality filtered water. So we're going to rinse the nut. So we're going to pour that water out, which depending on the nut might, start to change colour. With cashews, pretty innocuous. It doesn't really change colour. And then we're going to just make sure that we thoroughly rinse the cashews. So we're getting rid of all those anti-nutrient components of the nuts. The soaking process has really, reduced all of those components. So once we feel like they've been given a really good clean, give them a bit of a shimmy. And then you're going to add them into your blender. A Vitamix is really an amazing tool for this, but you can just use a standard blender. So you don't have to spend a fortune on a blender. So how much water to put in to make this milk really depends on how creamy you like it. So for a cup of almonds, you could go as little as 500 mils, which is going to make it creamier, or as much as a litre, which is going to make it waterier. So it really does depend on your own personal taste, and it's a really great idea to actually experiment with it and see which one you prefer. I usually go at around the 750 mark. I don't drink it by the glass. I generally add it into a hot chocolate or something like that. So for me, 750 mils sort of lasts me for a week or so it's perfect. But you might find you want to increase the number of nuts and increase the fluid content or decrease depending on your taste. So now we're going to blitz that for literally, 2 minutes or less. Looks delicious already, I think. But now, this is a tool that you're going to have to probably purchase. Some people use sort of cheesecloth bags and things, but this is a nut milk bag, and there's a brand that I like most, which is called Living Synergy. So you can go to, if you Google Living Synergy, you can buy these online, or you can check with good healthcare providers or health food stores, I should say, particularly in Australia. But she does do online, so you can certainly get in contact with her and get some shipped to you. Mine has seen a lot of nut milk and it's going strong. So I definitely recommend that brand. So I pop my nut milk bag. You can pop it into a bowl, but I like something with a narrower spout so that it's easier to manage. Then I get my delicious nut milk. Pour it into the bag. And so what we're doing now is we're milking the nuts. So no cows involved here, no dairy, just cashews. So basically what we're doing is we're straining the milk out of the pulp, and when we finish we're going to have all the, I guess, the solids from the nuts and the beautiful creamy cashew nut milk, which is my favourite milk. And actually people like to do things with the pulp, roll them up and mix them with cacao and honey and various other things, turn them into snacks. So I'll just show you what that looks like. So that's the nut pulp. So like I said, lots of people like to get creative with that, and you can dehydrate it and turn it into crackers and various things like that. But we're really focused on the nut milk today. So the final step is just to transfer your milk into the appropriate container for the fridge. So there it is, a completely dairy-free and relatively toxin-free, healthy dairy alternative that tastes really delicious. Okay, thanks for watching. Come and check me out at health-wellbeing.com.au, and I look forward to seeing you next time.